Republicans are back to once again occasionally holding town hall meetings, but don't get too excited about it. It's not like democracy or anything, because at Pat Toomey's recent PBS aired town hall, a man was actually arrested for asking a question that they deemed disruptive. Let's watch.
Our next question comes from Simon from Northampton.
Hello, Senator. Thank you for coming to answer our questions tonight. I know we've been here for a while. You probably haven't seen the news. Can you confirm whether or not your daughter Bridget has been kidnapped? The reason I ask is because that's the reality of families that suffer deportation.
That's a ridiculous question.
We're going to move on immediately to our next question now.
We're going to move on immediately to our next question. Look, I actually think, so the way that he framed it is unsettling, okay? It definitely is.
But it's intended to be.
I know it's intended to be, and we're gonna explain that in a second.
We're gonna read the whole question soon. But
yeah, he says, we've been here for a while. You probably haven't heard the news. There's no way you're not unsettled by that. So I get that you're gonna be pissed about it. But let the guy finish, because he was trying to make a really interesting point, which really goes to the core of why people hate politicians.
Yeah, and the problem really is that they sort of cut him off too early. Like, all the creepiness is already past at that point, and you could have gotten into the actual question. Like, look, I've had experiences of doing live shows and people cutting in for a bunch of BS or whatever, and even in that case, where they weren't trying to make a serious point and have a dialogue, we still heard them out and responded. They should have done that. It's PBS, they're gonna be a little bit scared, of course. And in fact, Tim Fallon, the CEO of PBS 39, said that it was one of the scariest things I have ever been part of.
Oh, Jesus, okay.
Well, some of us lead blessed lives. But and a spokesman for Toomey said that asking questions that are based upon kidnapping a child is not only reprehensible, but it is inherently threatening. Inherently threatening?
Now look, it's a dangerous road to go down, and so I'm not 100% with him. But for God's sake, let's read you the rest of what he intended to ask so you guys have context.
So we didn't actually see it there, they cut him off. So let's bring up this Facebook post that the gentleman posted later on. And the important part is when you get to, do you know whether your daughter Bridget has been abducted? Using the name makes it a little bit creepier, let's keep it real. Whatever you're feeling right now, that's what it feels like to have a daughter deported. Thousands of fathers here in the Valley that live with that fear every day. Their daughters have names too. So here's my question. Do you unequivocally denounce any attempt by the administration to reverse DACA, which would hang the threat of deportation over hundreds of thousands of children the same age as Bridget? And so the thing is this is the way that it works. He's the politician, the distinguished gentleman, as you always point out. So if you talk about him potentially losing access to his child, this is inherently threatening. Get it, this is ridiculous. Cut his mic, arrest him, take him to jail. No charges were filed, but he did actually get arrested. But if you and hundreds of thousands of other families might have your children snatched away while you're at work or while you're commuting or something like that, oh, come on, we're not even gonna talk about that. That's a waste of our time to even discuss. Look, that's how the power imbalance works in this country.
I think talking about people's kids is way out of bounds. I think going to
his kid could be deported.
Hold on. And I think that going to people's homes are out of bounds. I know some left-wing guys did that to Bill O'Reilly. I don't like that. I know that he threatens to come to people's house. He sends people to people's house. But I don't like it on either side. And I think it's too personal, it's too hard. On the other hand, well, this guy is clearly making, he didn't actually go to Toomey's house. He doesn't actually have Bridget, okay? He was making a rhetorical point, and he was saying for a brief moment, I wanted him to feel, just for the smallest moment, for to feel what it might feel like if your kids were taken from you and taken away. And so the point that he's making is an intellectual one. So if you let him finish, it would have been an interesting, and if you actually bothered to answer. Now, wait a minute though. I know you're part of the elite and it is unconscionable for you, but shouldn't it also be unconscionable for the everyday American, for people who live in this country? And so if it's such a horrific thought to you that I am banned immediately and arrested, then
pure
why is
hypothetical is threatening. The actual reality for millions of Americans is not nearly as important to him as a pure hypothetical that he had to think about for 2.5 seconds.
And right now, the right wing might argue, well, Trump deporting 800,000 people, including their kids, and in the case of Dreamers, they were all kids when they were brought in. They're not all necessarily kids now. Well, you could say that's a hypothetical. Well, the guy just got arrested for a hypothetical. The initial charges were disorderly conduct and disrupting a public meeting.
I think he's good now.
Now he's good now, but that was the original charges.
Yeah.
So, well, then shouldn't we arrest Trump? I mean,
however hypothetical it is, it's a lot less hypothetical than it was last week. And in 6 months, it might be a lot less hypothetical.
But you know that dude asking the question in the middle of a town hall can't actually set laws, right? But Trump and Toomey and the others can set laws, and by getting rid of an executive order, has actually taken action, real action. So we're not saying threaten the establishment and their kids, or it's of course not. That is reprehensible.
Leave Bridget alone.
But what we're asking you to do is to treat the rest of us also as human beings.
Yes.
And that when our kids are endangered, allow us to also feel threatened and to worry about our kids. And please take that seriously, because that is an actual threat, a real threat that could happen, now is likely to happen. So the disparity in how we're treated is what is unbearable to the rest of Americans. But the folks on TV and the senators, they're blinded to it. They literally, I don't think Toomey has even considered that idea.
And look, he's a Republican politician. We know that most Republican politicians seem to have been born without whatever genes it is that causes empathy. But like, you have to try and fight to make him realize for just a second that for these people whose lives you don't know about or care about or experience, Pat Toomey, they love their kids at least as much as you love your child. They're not just hashtag Democrat larva or whatever conservatives want to call them. They care about them just as much, and they care about their future, and they're scared of them being ripped away from them in the same way that you would be for Bridget. That is what Pat Toomey forcibly rejected having to think about and actually experience even for a second.
Yeah, and in the post game, I'm going to give you guys an example of a question just like that, very similar to that, not just like it, a little less harsh, but one that gave a hypothetical that I asked a law professor when I was a conservative, and the reaction she had, and it's amazing. You know, it is true that people want to shut down speech that they are uncomfortable with, no matter which direction it comes from. But the common theme is the same rules do not apply to us. The elite and the establishment are untouchable, and your kids are optional. And if you feel, that we might rip them away from you, whatever, that's not our problem, that's your problem. And that is what's driving Americans crazy about the establishment.
Yeah, my last point is I look forward to the videos from Tommy Lauren and Tucker Carlson about this guy's free speech rights being violated.
Yeah.
They're gonna go wild tonight about it.
Yeah, look, I'm sure every right winger and Shapiro and all those guys
are so angry right now.
Right, they're protesting in Pennsylvania as we speak. Anyway, find out my story from when I was a conservative. tytnetwork.com/join. If you become a member, you support the show, and you get the post games where we give you more personal stories as well. Help us build independent media together. Come join us, tytnetwork.com/join.